refuse to lose. I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse. Mine, it can't be diffused. If you ain't thinking the same, then we playing by different rules. You can't see the vision, we living at different views. Until we complete the mission, keep getting up, never snooze. I walked a mile in my shoes, had the mind of a fool, chasing diamonds and jewels. Trust me, I was confused. Started minding my business and used my mind as a tool. Ended up finding my purpose and found the time to get to it. They told me I couldn't do it, they told me I couldn't make it. They sold it, could never break it. That's sadly mistaken. I need a piece of the pie, I want it so bad I can taste it. They told me like told me, keep on running toes, they gon' take them. Refuse to lose, built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I pay for the cost, I'm winning to win. Yeah. Refuse to lose, I'm built to win. Applied myself, I filled it in. No time for the doubt, they counted me out, I'm getting it in. Yeah. No time for no loss, I'm paying the cost, I'm in it to win. Yeah. Refuse.
Welcome to Refuse to Lose Sports. My name is Joe Jordan. We have a great episode for y'all today. It is Monday, a new week. You know, where I'm at, it's like a lot of rain. I know it's a tornado watch over there in the DMV. I know y'all got that going on. We had some high winds over here, but we now had no tornadoes over here. But I'm feeling good. We got a lot of NBA to talk about. We got to talk about some 49ers and Commanders drama. Then we got CTC card coming on the back end. Because we got March Madness here, and the bracket is set. So we got to talk about that. As y'all can see, my bro, Missy Get Done Son Tomo is not here, but I got two of my brothers here. As you can see in the middle, he's here. We got my boy Davey Dollars, King of the Doghouse. He's here to bring it straight to y'all. And then on my far left, but your far right, we got my brother, blood brother, my brother J-Mo, 76ers fan. As you can see in the background, he here to bring the facts when it comes to basketball. But how y'all doing, fellas?
MVP J-Mo. Let's make sure we get that out.
Hey, I wasn't going to say too much, Dave. I wasn't going to say too much.
Let's make sure we put that out at MVP J-Mo. So.
Two-time MVP J-Mo. My bad.
Hey, look, the most decorated.
It's about to be, it's about to be back-to-back MVP.
Talk to him. So. Hey, man, I'm good, man. I'm here. I'm ready. Let's get it.
Hey, let them know. I'm excited about today's show. Like you said, we got some Niners and Commanders drama going on with Brandon Aiyuk. Steph, I mean, is he going to stay and go to state after the season? I don't know. But we got a lot to talk about, man. Joe, how you doing today, my guy?
Hey, I'm blessed and highly favored. You know, I'm here. I'm glad to be here with my brothers, and you know, we can get straight to it, Dave. I know you want to do your thing, but let's go through the rules real quick, and I'm gonna swing it to you so you can get everybody hype. You know what I mean? But look, y'all, we are streaming this on 4 different platforms, but the main platform is YouTube. All right, we are streaming this on YouTube, or whatever platform you're watching this on. Make sure you like the video. That's very appreciated. And make sure you follow and subscribe on all of our social media platforms. You can follow us almost everywhere at Refuse to Lose Sports. You can see that right under Dave. But on X and Twitch, you can follow us at R2L Sports and share this episode with somebody so they can come on and watch this show live with you, because you could be involved in the show by being in the comment section. We can see all the comments y'all will be putting out throughout the show. Dave, I know it's Monday, man. I mean, what you guys say?
Hey, just because it's Monday don't mean we ain't gonna have no fun.
Okay.
It may seem like it's the hardest day of the week for most people that have jobs and stuff like that. But look, this ain't a job to us. This is fun. We get paid. This is our career, and this is something that we gonna make millions out of sooner or later. I know you got ESPN and the Volume by R2L is up next. Just letting you guys know.
Let's get it.
So, in honor of my dummy bro not being here, and we got Mr. MVP J-Mo here, and the guy that started it all, Joe. Let's turn up.
Turn me up, 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 up.
Jody, do you think?
I was about to say the same thing over again. All right. But anyways, let's get right to it, y'all. So look, Steph Curry. I mean, I don't know, Dave. You like Steph Curry? You a fan? I mean, I like Steph Curry. I'm a fan too. I know for sure J-Mo likes Steph Curry, and there's a lot of stuff going on. You know, we got Steph Curry. He came out with a quote the other day. He said he's not retiring. He said he's still basketball is still his happy place. Like he's happy to play basketball, happy to be here. So he said he don't see himself retiring no time soon. But right now, the Warriors are 32 and 35, ninth seed in the Western Conference. He's still hurt. They said he got to sit out for another week. 16 years with the Warriors, 16 years in the NBA. But I don't think nobody noticed he's on his last year of his contract. He did not sign an extension. So his contract will be up after the season. So he's talking probably to Steve Kerr or Dudley V, and he's like, I'm tired of this, Grandpa. And Steve Kerr is saying, well, that's too daggone bad. So we're going to kick it off with you, J-Mo, because this is your boy. Should Steph Curry lead the Warriors next season?
Hey, you keep digging. Look, man, shout out my boy Steph, man. Like you said, it's my guy, second favorite player ever behind Allen Iverson. And yeah, it's tough, man. Like some of these guys, like James Harden, he left OKC after what, 4 years maybe, and went to Houston. KD was with OKC, what, 9 years, and then left. LeBron was with Cleveland, what, 7 years before he left. This is different, man. Steph Curry did a whole career, 16 years in. It's going to be very hard seeing him in another uniform. Now, I do think that he wants to be a Warrior for life. You know what I'm saying? Dub Nation. I think he was mad they left Oracle Arena and went to the Chase Center. I think he was mad about that. Like, Steph Curry is really like, you know what I mean? Like, his story, colleges didn't want to take a chance on him. So he was very faithful to Coach McKillop at Davidson. The NBA teams didn't want to take a chance on him even though he went lottery. Like, he could have went higher as good as he was in college. But they didn't think he could handle the ball. They didn't think he would translate and be a point guard at the professional level. The Warriors took a chance on him to trade Monte, handed him the keys. So I know, you know what I mean? I know he wanted to be a Warrior for life. But as they've been saying, and as these players are proving, loyalty in the NBA has become overrated. And in the last few years, like I guess like around 2020 up until now, they have been trying to make moves, or they've had the capital to make moves to try to get some talent around Steph. But at this very moment, they have no shot, I think, at getting, I don't know, nobody wants Jimmy. Nobody wants Porzingis. They don't have no draft. Now, if they tank the rest of this season and fall down and get like one of these high draft picks that's very valuable, maybe. But I don't see a situation where, as far as like if he's trying to compete, I don't see a situation where Golden State can put together a package and get him some help to try to win a championship. Because when they before they won in 2022, they had James Wiseman, Andrew Wiggins, Kuminga, and Jordan Poole. They had like young pieces that they could possibly flip to bring other stars in. Jimmy Butler's hurt. Porzingis is in and out of injury. Al Horford's 60 years old. Like, nobody wants Porzingis. So I don't see a situation where people like the Warriors can make a move to bring another team. I mean, to bring more players to help Steph out. But if Stephen Curry was to say, I'm dying on his heel, I'm a Warrior for life, I will not blame him one bit. He's already the greatest Warrior ever, one of the biggest impacts on the game of basketball in the history. His legacy is cemented. But Joe said something very key. Basketball is still my happy place. So that lets me know he's still trying to win. Mm-hmm. So Steve Kerr, Joe Lacob, and the rest of them Bammers upstairs, they better get something together, because if Steph Curry leave, guess what? Y'all might be leaving too.
You know, might. All right, Dave.
Man, I got the same sentiments as J-Mo for real. I mean, I don't I don't see a chance in this world where the Warriors, as currently, are able to win the championship. And with that being the possibility, what do they have to be able to go get somebody like a Giannis or you know like a someone saying that some people keep saying that they have an opportunity to probably go get LeBron James. I mean, is LeBron James really the answer for an NBA championship team at this point in his career? I don't think so. He can't if you want him to be the number one or number two, I don't even know if that's possible right now. We just had a segment not too long ago where we said maybe he should focus on being the third option in order for the Lakers to win the championship. And you think he's going to be the second option with the Warriors and able to help them win the championship? I don't think so. Um, and right now, I mean, if you look at it, Steph has an opportunity to be a one franchise legend like Dirk Nowitzki, like Kobe Bryant, like Tim Duncan. So it's rare that it's crazy that it's rare, but it's rare that a superstar plays for one team for their entire career now. Because you got guys like Kevin Durant who's been to multiple teams, LeBron James been to multiple teams. Dwayne Wade before he retired, he played with multiple teams. Chris Bosh played with multiple teams. I mean, you can go down the line. Kevin Garnett, Ray Allen, all these guys play for multiple teams.
Harden,
And
CP3, the list goes forever.
exactly, it keeps going on. No matter what star you name, just about everybody has played with another team. The only players that have played for one team at this moment right now that's late in the career is Steph. Honestly, if you look at everyone else, they pretty much done been around the league. So I mean, even Al Horford wasn't always a Celtic. He was with the Hawks for a long time, and then he went to the Celtics, and now he's with the Warriors. And you don't consider him a star, but he's been on like really good teams. So I think he's. I don't think there's a chance that he leaves the Warriors, honestly, because I feel like that's his home, and Steph is very committed to certain stuff. Like he said, he was committed to Davidson. I mean, no one gave him an opportunity, and he stuck with Davidson his entire college basketball career. And there was a time where they talked about maybe like a year, maybe last year or year before, about Steph and LeBron teaming up, and then Steph was just like, "Nah, I'm good. I'm good." So if that's the case, I mean, the only other star you can probably try to go trade for is Giannis, and y'all had the opportunity to do that at the trade deadline. And yeah, even though Giannis ended up staying with the Bucks, and nobody traded for him, and everyone pretty much backed out. The Warriors didn't even have a package that the Bucks were interested in, other than the picks. But the players they didn't want. They didn't want Jimmy. They didn't want Kaminga. Honestly, they didn't want Draymond. So they were just like, nah, we good. So I mean, if you don't have that, then Steph's best chance to win the ring is going to be somewhere else. I don't think he's going. I don't think he has a chance to win the ring with Golden State, especially with Steve Kerr telling guys like Kaminga that he can't help them win a championship. And Kaminga now has led the Hawks, well, not led, but he's helped lead the Hawks to a 9 game win streak, even though they're still in the ninth place. But they on a 9-0 in the last 9 games. So I'm just saying, if the guy was in your building and you saw that he had an opportunity to play well, and then you had the guy who probably could have, superseded Steph after he won his first championship, and you pretty much gave him the green light, but you allowed Draymond Green to get away with knocking him out in practice, and you trade him and keep Draymond. So a lot of this stuff has a lot to do with the Warriors not being able be in position to win the championship again. So I think he stays, but I think he should leave. He wants to win the ring. He can't. It's not going to happen in Golden State.
I think he should stay. And this is shocking. I know. I think he should stay though. I think Steph Curry's career legacy is already set. It's already set. Anything he does going forward is an extra cherry on top. So I don't think he needs to leave like a James Harden or a Chris Paul. Like these guys need to leave and find a situation where they could win to take their legacy to a different level. Now, can this legacy get to a different level? Of course it can. It can always get to another level. But I think he shouldn't leave because it's that respect of I never left. I didn't chase. I got everything with one franchise. This franchise was nothing but before me since Wilt. And I come here and they do their thing. So that's why I feel like he should not leave. And they could make a move next year. Now, and the big issue to me is Dully V, the GM. Ever since he's been there, he has not been good. Look at this whole Kuminga situation. You traded Kuminga for Porzingis, who's an older injured player whose contract expires this year. Like, you might as well just kept Kuminga and let his contract expire. So, well, I think he's under contract, matter of fact. I don't know if his contract expiring. But Kuminga's playing well with the Hawks. The Hawks, we just talked about backstage. Hawks on a 9-game win streak. They play Orlando Magic, who's also on a big winning streak too right now. But he's the problem. The only thing he did was go get Jimmy Butler. Now, no, that was a big move, but outside of that, he hasn't really done nothing. Like, the Warriors are always in talks. People talk about the Lakers in talks with a lot of people. The Warriors are always in talks of like trade this person, trade with this person. They never seal it because they don't have the assets. Now, I think for Giannis, they can get Giannis this summer, in my opinion. The next 7 years, they have all their first-round picks except for one. And the other one, 2027 pick, is a top 4 protected pick.
You said 7 years?
Next 7 years, yeah. So they basically own technically 5 of the next 7 first-round picks. Because if you're going to get Giannis, you're going to give up a bunch of first-round picks. So I feel like, it's kind of like the Rams when they say up those picks. That's how the Warriors should be treating themselves too, because the Rams got Matthew Stafford, an older quarterback who's aging, who needs to win now. And you got Steph Curry, although he said he's going to play a long time, but Steph Curry is pressing to win the ring. And I'm with J-Mo. If he were to leave, the rest of the group is leaving too. Steve Kerr is gone. The GM is gone. They might start fresh if Steph Curry leaves. Steph Curry is the golden ticket for everything for them. So I think he should stay. I think they said it, a one franchise legend. I think that's what Steph Curry really wants. He's comfortable where he's at in the Bay Area. Why leave now? Like, he raised his whole family there. Like, it's just awkward leaving. Like our man said it right here. Barkley had to leave because he was chasing the ring. Steph Curry is not in that situation. And the Warriors looked doomed before they won their last championship until that year came. We was like, dang, like it was garbage. And then they drafted like I forgot his name. You said a second overall,
Wiseman.
Wiseman, and he didn't turn out. We like, dang, like what the Warriors gonna do? And out of nowhere, Jordan Poole emerged. They went and got Otto Porter. They got Wiggins, and then they just won a championship out of nowhere. Like, nobody expecting to win a championship going into that year. So that can happen again. But they just got to be healthy, and they can, like I said, I think they can still get Giannis. So I think he should stay in that league.
Now, Joe, even without the Giannis move, I think he should stay. Like Steph Curry, like this is how I feel, bro. Even with Giannis, they talking about all this Giannis talk, Giannis trying to lead this and that. I'm like, bro, Giannis is the greatest Buck ever, bro. He can stay right there, keep scoring 30, first team All-NBA, and when he retire, he's gonna have that respect regardless. He got it done, the greatest Buck ever. Devin Booker. A lot of people talking about Devin Booker leaves. I'm like, okay, Devin Booker got no ring, right? I understand. But he's another one. If he stays in Phoenix, becomes the all-time Phoenix leader, max contract after max contract after max contract, I would not condemn him. Same with Dame. I wouldn't have been mad at Dame if he would have stayed. He ended up coming back. He should have stayed all along. The grass is not greener always on the other side. So Steph Curry has the biggest advantage as far as I'm standing right here because he has a potentially top 10 resume, and he's still playing almost at the peak of his powers. So like, I'm with you. I think like he should stay. No, nobody. And then, but this the thing though, in this situation, same with Giannis, like if he leaves, nobody's going to condemn him because, of what he's already done. He's already proven. But it sounds good, Joe, but I don't know, man. I feel like they just, like you said, don't leave it. They botched the whole, like that 2022 team. It was perfectly set up to eventually hand off to one of these, to the youngins after Steph, but they let Clay go, kept Draymond, let Clay go, traded Jordan Poole, Wiggins. Another thing they missing is these savvy veterans. Like, where's your Otto Porter? Where's your Sean Livingston? Where's your Barbosa? Where are these guys? That's another thing they missing. And if they do got them, Al Horford, they sit on the bench with no playing time. That's another thing they missing. And James Wiseman. I feel like James Wiseman's situation, I'm not familiar with the injuries that he had, but I feel like his development was botched because the Warriors is in win now mode, and they ain't have time for his mistakes. So I feel like that whole situation was just they won a championship, but it was terribly set up for the future.
Yeah, and even if you look at the Wiseman situation, it's pretty much just like the Kuminga situation. You had a young guy to develop, and you decided to not really do it. And when I say that he should leave, I said that's only in case that's if he wants to win a ring, because I don't think it's going to happen right now. Me personally, unless they get a Giannis. If they don't get a Giannis, I don't think he has a chance to win a ring at all. In Golden State. But
I
if he
do.
gets, but if he gets Giannis, then yeah, he has a chance. But I don't see it. Steve Kerr to me, he doesn't necessarily develop young talent from what I've noticed. He definitely he's good with vets, which is why he traded Wiggins to go get a Jimmy Butler back in because he saw what Jimmy Butler did with Miami. And he kept Draymond. He went and got an Al Horford, went and got Porzingis. These are guys who have won a championship, older guys though. So this is more what he's comfortable with. And yeah, he got a young guy like Pods and stuff like that, but I mean, Pods ain't Kaminga. I'm sorry. Pods not
I
Kaminga.
don't know why they got
Kaminga-
so much
Kaminga-
faith in Pods, man.
I don't know why either.
He said he going to
Kaminga-
demand some money this summer.
Yeah, I don't know why they got so much. And,
That's
and don't get me started on the Kuminga situation. I know he over in Atlanta. I know his cousins
Having
and
that
stuff
up.
going crazy in the buffet room. Because remember, they said he was taking too much food.
yeah,
And those
Yeah.
are real reports. That's crazy.
Yeah.
but I think if Steph is satisfied from what he's done in his career, stay and go to state. Just retire Warrior.
I do think they can win someone without Giannis, like we just talked about with the team they had before. It just had to be the GM got to go to work and get pieces that fit. I mean, look at their role players. Like they got a bunch of guys. I mean, I like these guys, you know what I mean? But like these are guys that you put in if you're trying to tank. I mean, I'm just keep being real. You know, like you got Pat Spencer. I like Pat Spencer, right? But I mean, come on, man. You know what I mean? Like, let's be real.
Moses Moody. Like, come on.
You know, Moses Moody been there forever. Don't get me wrong. Like he played his role in that championship when he came in the game, but he's not a main piece for a championship, in my opinion. You know, like he could be a little extra piece. They still got GP2. You know, you got Santos. Santos be balling, but I mean, you got Quentin Post. So they got like the players they got. It don't screen championship worthy. So in the free agent market,
Man, if they was the Wizards instead of the Warriors, we'd be calling them a G League team with them names. Cut it out.
like you know what I'm saying? Like Will Richard, Nate Williams. Like, come on, man. Like, what's going on? Like, my thing is, like, and Horford's hurt. So I don't get if you're the GM for the Warriors, why is it so hard to build around Steph Curry? I'm assuming people want to play with Steph Curry. So that's why I'm putting it on Dudley V. I think he should be gone. I think
They did it twice. Two different teams. Not counting the KD team because that was just cheating. But the 2015 team and the 2022 team were two very similar but different teams. So how do you not know what you're doing? Oh, I forgot it's a new GM.
It's a new GM, yeah. Once he got in, they went downhill. Literally. Myers stepped down and came to the Commanders.
Mike Dunleavy.
I was just about to say that. I'm a GM with the Commanders now.
He with us. You know what I mean?
Dunleavy, Joe. D-O-N-E.
Dunleavy.
Hey, look, he can. I think he can stay. He can stay with the Commanders, but I think we need to do something with Pat Riley and go and bring him in Miami.
Well, you talking about bring Bob Myers?
Yeah. I've been screaming that for a little while, and I said, "Hey, look, let Pat Riley go ahead and retire. Let's go bring Bob Myers in here."
Yeah, Pat Riley, that's your boy. You know what I mean? I mean, he gonna be there forever, and so he's the Jerry Jones of the NBA.
Well, that's
You know
why
what I mean?
see
Like, he ain't going nowhere.
That's why you see him. I'm emotionless when it comes to Miami Heat basketball right now.
Emotionless.
He
said what?
doing the comments got the script, don't he?
Got this. Oh yeah, he got the. Oh yeah, Lakers winning the West. But shout out to Pat Riley for taking up a bound. He spazzed on everybody going on down. He spazzed on. No, but like the way he took up on was like he went at the people that was criticizing him.
Yeah,
but
I got some for you,
That's
brother.
what I would expect from the Godfather.
Godfather.
Yeah, I
So,
got something from Mr. RBO Vaughn after we finish with that.
ooh, oh yeah, he took a shot. Yeah, he went out,
He
y'all. But
did, he did, but I guess he don't know history, so I'm gonna just give him a little
ooh,
history lesson.
jeez, dang. All right, well, are the Lakers history? No, but the Lakers, right? So we got the Lakers. The Lakers right now on the 5-game winning streak. They cooking. They've been cooking lately. They won 8 out of the last 9 games. The Lakers are currently in 3rd place in the Western Conference. They've been climbing the ladder in the Western Conference. Obviously, you got the Spurs and OKC with big separation above them. If the playoffs ended today, the Lakers will be going against the Minnesota Timberwolves, a rematch from last year. Same thing, 3 seed against 6 seed. So, Dave, you're going to kick this one off. How dangerous are the Lakers in the West?
It depends on what LeBron James is gonna do when he comes back. That's how it is to me. How is LeBron gonna play? Is he gonna play like we mentioned he should and focus on defense and just being the third guy? Because this is happening because Austin Reeves and Luca are playing together. When it's just them two on the floor, it's a whole different ball game for the Lakers. When LeBron is there, that changes drastically. So I think if they, pretty much if it's just them two running it and everything, they got a good chance because they play a lot better offensively, being able to make a difference in the West. But I don't know. To me, this all depends on LeBron James. It all depends on how serious he's going to be because we know when it comes to playoff time, he mostly changes his game around. But I don't know. I haven't seen evidence over the last 2 seasons that LeBron James is going to make a difference to have the Lakers in position to go win a championship and be a threat in the West. I'm gonna give it. Um, I'm going to say no, but it's close. I'm gonna give it like a. It's like 40-60. 40% yes, 60% no. So
Yes,
I'm
yes, what though? Like,
like that 40% that they're a threat, 60% they're not a threat. That's pretty much how it is to me. I'm gonna say no, because I just need to see it. I need to see it to believe it. That's just how it is for me. I got to see it to believe it. I don't think that they have a chance to win the West. I think they can get out of the first round for sure, but I don't think they have a chance to win the West.
all right. Well, LeBron, he played the last 2 games. He played in that game against the Nuggets when they went to OT. That was a really good game, by the way. But are the Lakers a threat? I mean, whenever you got a team with Luca on it, you a threat. Straight up. Let me just say that. Now, do I think they can beat OKC in a 7-game series? I'm gonna say no. They just not good enough defensively to hang with OKC. But would I be shocked if they beat anybody else, including the Spurs? No, I won't. Because they got Luka Doncic. Luka Doncic is that good of a player. He can get hot in the series and they can go far. Now, the key is not to me LeBron James. The key is not Austin Reeves. It's not Luka. It's the others. It's DeAndre Ayton. Do y'all know the Lakers only lost 1 game when DeAndre Ayton goes 20-10? 20-10. You only lose 1 game. When DeAndre Ayton plays like a Clint Capella, they look pretty good. I forgot who said it. Was it you, J-Mo? Or was it AJ? I think AJ. He said, I would love to see DeAndre Ayton and Jackson Hayes in the game at the same time. I mean, we saw what Luka looked like with 2 centers in the game with Dallas. Can we at least try that in LA? Austin Reeves and his groove offensively. I mean, Austin Reeves is, I'm sorry, like he's an elite scorer, bro. I'm gonna say it. Austin Reeves is an elite scorer, in my opinion. Like, he is so hard to guard offensively. His skills has gotten better every single year, and he's hard to guard. But defensively, he's a liability, obviously. But he can get high also. Like Luka and Austin Reeves, they're a good tandem together. So I do think they can shock some people, but it all depends on the others. Like Jake LaRavia, I think he's a key piece when it comes to playoff time. Marcus Smart is a key piece when it comes to playoff time. But I think the main key piece to me is DeAndre Ayton. If DeAndre Ayton just do the little things, the dirty work, little stuff, then the Lakers can go really far in the West, in my opinion. So I do think they are dangerous. The only team I would not put on pat, like no matter what happens, they are not beating OKC. I would say that about the Spurs, but the Spurs, this will be their first playoff for the so we don't know what to expect really. So I'm going to say yes, they are a huge threat in the West.
I think they're a threat. I'm with you, Joe. I don't think they'll beat OKC. Me personally, I don't think they'll beat San Antonio either. San Antonio is very good defensively as well. And I know they have Luka Doncic, but shout out to Austin Reeves, career year. But is he going to have a career playoff? Because the last 3 years, he's averaging 16. Like right around 16, literally in the playoffs. And last year, he averaged 20 in the regular season. So, but I do think they're a threat. This is a different Luka. Remember, Luka got traded. His heart was hurt. He was having injuries. This is different Luka this year. He's back to MVP Luka. And you said something interesting. You said you said when he plays like Clint Capella. You said something. What are the stats when you said he's 20 and 10?
When 20 and 10 only lost one.
One loss since if he scored 20 and 10.
It's like 11-1.
Hey, I don't know. He scored 20 12 times?
Yeah.
That's what I'm saying. How many times he scored 20?
Yeah,
I mean, the way their team is
That's
constructed,
crazy.
when is DeAndre Ayton going to score 20? You know what I'm saying? Like, Luka got the ball. We know what Luka does. Austin Reeves, if we want him to be that scorer that they need him to be in the playoffs, how is DeAndre Ayton going to score 20 with LeBron out there too? Like, they're going to have to score 140 points.
Oh,
So,
boy, that's 4 players that got to average 20 points pretty much.
like, I like that's a great stat, but I mean, you also said that when he's playing like Clint Capella, they're pretty good. But like, DeAndre Ayton's a good player, man, but he's not the kind of big man that either LeBron or Luka have had success with. So I mean, I see they're trying to make it work. They're trying to change up the style of play or whatever. But I in a 7-game series, I don't see them beating OKC. I wouldn't be shocked. Like, I'm with you as far as the Spurs because they're not they have no experience. And we know LeBron James, the Lakers mess around and lose by 30 game 1. LeBron will be like boom, bop, bing, bop, boom, bop, bam. And then come back game 2 with all the adjustments. You know what I'm saying? That's when he did the whole bubble. I think the bubble, they lost every game 1 and start blowing people out. Like, so that's what LeBron James does. So it's easy to say they're a better team without LeBron James because of how the offense flows, how the game flows, and the roles that everybody play. But I'm not ready to say they'll be a better team without LeBron when the playoffs start, because LeBron, that's where he shines in the playoffs. So I don't think they'll be, like I said, I'm on the fence about the Spurs just because of the experience thing. But like, my mind is telling me, like, I don't think they'll beat the Spurs in a 7-game series, because we got to remember, Wemby playing 29 minutes a game. He's going to play at least 34, 35 once the playoffs start. I don't see them beating OKC. And I would have had the Nuggets over them easy money too, but they got Luka now. So, like, people got to understand, when you got Luka on your team, you have a chance. Like, Luka is that guy. But I just feel like if they need Austin Reeves to do what he going to do and Luka going to do what he do, I don't see where DeAndre Ayton, I don't know how happy he's going to be averaging 9 points. So I would say, I mean, they're a top 3 seed. I would give them a threat, but I don't see them beating OKC. So if you want to say, like, okay, they're not a threat because they can't beat the top team, okay, cool. But if one of those top 2 teams can get knocked off, they're absolutely a threat, because I don't see them beating both of them in a playoff run. Somebody got to get knocked off. But they're a threat. They're a top 3 seed, and they got the top scorer in the league. Of course, they're a threat.
Yeah, and then I think if they match up with Minnesota, that's payback.
I told you it's a different Luka.
Yeah,
It's a different Luka. I'm telling you, the Spurs, OKC, and Denver are the only teams that I'm saying are better than the Lakers. Like, these teams are just better.
Yeah.
But in a series, the Lakers can beat anybody, I think, except the Thunder and Spurs.
Yeah, Spurs will be tough because
Me personally.
sitting in that middle.
Yeah, man. But I feel you though, Joe. We just don't know. We haven't seen the Spurs yet. Like, the Spurs can be what they've been doing. They can regress, or they can be way better just because Wemby can be more dominant when they play. You know, we just don't know. So I'm with you on that.
I expect Wemby to take a leap in the playoffs. I ain't worrying about Wemby. It's just, everybody, like I said, you never know. And one thing about the Nuggets, I think they can exploit their weaknesses, which is Jokic defensively. When they play against the Spurs, when they play against Jokic defensively is terrible. And then you're going against two guards like Austin Reeves and even Jamal Murray. Jamal Murray ain't no great defender, so like they're gonna exploit that. But the Lakers don't have. They're not a great defense. That's the issue. They're not a great defensive team. So they have been playing good defensively as of late, though. I will say that. But they got big shot makers on their team.
They've been average lately, and it's an upgrade because they was terrible before that. You know what I'm saying? Like, no funny, they was terrible for that.
Fact. So yeah, man. And so on to the next. Let's go to Orlando Magic. Orlando Magic. Oh, 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 oh. For those who don't know, Vaughn came on the show. He came on the show last R2L show, and he made a statement. He came on and said the Orlando Magic were the darkest horse in the East. They went on this one because he took a few shots on Miami. But he said they're the darkest horse in the East. That's where he's at. He said out of the teams like the Cavs, the Pistons, the Knicks, and the Celtics, Orlando Magic should be like the favorite after that. So he also came on to the episode on RBO and he titled it, How Dangerous Are the Orlando Magic? So make sure y'all go check that out if you haven't done it yet. Orlando Magic are currently on a 7-game winning streak with their last win against Dave's Miami Heat. Sorry, Dave.
We 0-5 against them this season. You can't even stay started to me. We ain't beat them at
y'all played them 5 times.
Because you got to think about the playing tournament. We played them in the playing too and lost that game. So we ain't been able to beat them in the regular season the last 2 seasons for us.
That's why Javon going at you. Okay, that's why he feel the way he feel about Miami. Okay,
I told him regular season he got it. Playoffs is a different story.
Oh, that's true. That's true. So they're currently the 5th seed in the East. If the playoffs were to end today, they'll have their rematch against the Cavaliers. So, Dave, I want you to start this one off, right? If you could. Are the Orlando Magic the darkest horse in the East?
Who do we consider dark horse teams in the East other than the Orlando Magic? Maybe Miami Heat. I don't. I'm sorry. I don't consider them a dark horse.
83 points.
So that's one game. That's one game.
Bam.
Joe, you got chill. Cavaliers. I could say yes. I would say yes. I think the Magic are a dark horse team, simply because they already have playoff experience. You got Paolo, who's been playing a lot better lately. You went and got a Desmond Bain, who hasn't been as consistent as he was when the season started with Desmond Bain, but he's still a threat as far as a scorer. You got Suggs back in the lineup. You know, that's huge for them defensively. So I think so. I think that they're a threat because if they get past the Cavaliers team that beat them last year, that they got a chance to beat anybody else in the East, honestly. Just because of how they play. I think they play well defensively. It's just for them, the issue for them was always scoring. Scoring was always the issue with them as far as like shooting from 3 and stuff like that. And I feel like they kind of solved those issues. So I would say that they're the biggest dark horse in the East.
J-Mo?
Dave, can you do you know the y'all injury situation?
Miami's injury situation?
Yeah, because I do know that Norman Powell and Tyler Hero.
Norman Powell, Tyler, Wiggins hasn't played for real. Those are the 2 biggest injuries as far as anyone that's in the lineup.
But I think y'all like getting better though. Y'all getting healthier.
Yeah, we're getting healthier because Tyler Hero's back. You know, he had a 35-point game recently. Pele Larson has stepped up. He's played a lot better lately. And even other than the 83-point game, Bam has played well as well too. And Ware's actually starting to play a lot better when both of them on the floor.
Yeah, right. No, I was asking because I want to get a little bit of accuracy on my statement, but I do know that Bam and Tyler Hero need to get more games together. They need to get more games where they're playing together before the playoffs start. But Y'all see the jersey I got on? What's wrong with y'all? Now, I'm going to be 100 with you. I'm not some delusional Sixers fan. I do believe that if we can be healthy when these playoffs start, I do think we the biggest dark horse. Now, not because this is pretty much every year. Like, if the Sixers are healthy, they can. But this year is like the East is like, you know what I mean? There's not that one team that's the team to come to beat, or that's the team. So I do think that if we are healthy, I'm taking us as the biggest dark horse. Look, you're delusional. If I'm delusional, it's because it's because I think we're gonna be healthy. That's the only thing. But if you're talking about basketball, I don't think it's a delusional at all. But as far as dark horse teams, when you said dark horse, I thought about Orlando, Miami, us, Toronto. And out of those teams, I would have to say Orlando Magic. Like I don't see Toronto. Toronto doesn't have much offense, like the way their offense flows. If Brandon Ingram not getting a bucket in the mid range, like who else are you counting on to provide points on a consistent basis? RJ Barrett's not a shooter. Scotty Barnes not a great shooter. Man, quickly can shoot. Brandon Ingram can shoot, but he's not a 3-point shooter. Like they don't have no Sam Merrills or Dr. Robinson or what's the Max Struess. They don't have any of these guys, right? So, well, many of them at least. My boy GD, I'm not sure if he's still on the roster, but he could be that role. But yeah, man. Besides the Sixers being healthy, I would have to say the Orlando Magic. They've been playing better. Out of all the teams I named, Paolo's the best player. And I do think that now if Franz come back, we'll see. But I do think that they're a better team when one of them is out. And this is even last year, before Desmond Bane got there. Last year, when Paolo out, they play good. When Franz out, they play good. But when they play together, it's like, bro, why can't they play like they play when one is out? And then with Franz being out, or one of them being out throughout a lot of the year, that has allowed Anthony Black, you feel me, Tristan Da Silva, guys to step up. And Dave's right. Desmond Bane hasn't been consistent. But I said in the beginning of the season, he's exactly what they needed.
Mm-hmm.
He plays the point guard, and he's a sniper. He's a sniper. Orlando Magic had no shooting. My offense was mediocre. They had great defense, mediocre offense, or terrible offense, bottom of the league almost, or bottom of playoffs almost. And that's like a recipe for an average team. So that's really what they've been looking like. But they putting it together. I don't know if Paolo and the coach, shook hands before the last game or not, but I would have to say out of those teams, if my Sixers are not healthy, I would have to go with the Orlando Magic.
So I Orlando Magic, they sound very interesting. I'm going to say the 76ers. But let me talk about Orlando Magic first. Orlando Magic, what I do like about Orlando is that they have been in the playoffs the last 2 years as a young team. So I would give them that. Also, with Orlando Magic, they are on this win streak, and the most impressive win on this win streak, they beat the Cavs, but that's not the most impressive one, was Minnesota. They beat Minnesota like 119-92 in Minnesota. Minnesota was healthy too. They had Anthony Edwards and everybody. So defensively, they put the clamps on them. Also, what I like about Orlando, they're one of the best clutchest teams in the NBA. They've been winning a lot of the close games this year. So I would give them that. They've been battle tested when it came down to the wire. And that's very important in the playoffs for a young team. But what you said, Desmond Bane unlocks Orlando Magic because you got Franz Wagner and you got Paolo who both want to work in that mid-range. Well, Franz is more of a slasher, but he will get in the mid-range and shoot that midi too. But Baines can hit 5, 6, 7 threes in one game. He can get hot. He's a shooter.
Yeah, he'll shoot him too.
Yeah, he definitely will shoot it. And he can score. Like he's like a scorer. He can get his bucket. He's a third scorer they have. Is he the third best? I'm not going to say that because he's arguably, night-by-night basis, their best scorer, right? But I'm not going to say, I would say Paolo is, but he brings that third option that can get his own bucket. Now, Orlando is also in that same boat, not as severe as the Sixers, but will they be healthy? So Orlando been dealing with that injury bug also last 2 years. Franz Wagner, like you said, is injured. You got Anthony Black, who's out right now, but it's not serious, but he's out right now. And so if they all can be healthy, I don't know what they do on Jonathan Isaac. Well, if they all can be healthy, maybe they the darkest horse. But I'm gonna say 76ers. We gotta realize right now in the 76ers, they are out. Tyrese Maxey's out right now. Joel Embiid is just, he's just waiting for the playoffs, basically, right? And then you got Paul George, who we all forgot about, who's on suspension, will be coming back soon. What I like about the 76ers, we talking about dark horse, Orlando haven't won a playoff series yet. So they still got to get over that hump. When the 76ers, they out the first round every year for real. They just run into that second round and they lose to like the Celtics or something like that. The Knicks we saw the other year. Fully healthy, 76ers clearly has the best player in the East, which is Joel Embiid. Ain't nobody in the East better than Joel Embiid. What I like about the 76ers, what I said before millions of times on different segments on the show, is that they got 4 players who can get their own bucket. Did y'all see VJ last night? I know it was against the Blazers, but he closed them out. So VJ can get his own bucket. Paul George can get his own bucket. Joel Embiid can get his own bucket. And Tyrese Maxey. And they got others like Quentin Grimes, Kelly Oubre. You got guys like on the board, DeAndre Drummond. Who's that other big name? What's his name?
Dembona.
Yeah, you got they on the glass, right? So, and on top of that, the 4 scorers I just named, all 4 of them can facilitate if need be. Like all 4 of them. Paul George can facilitate. VJ, Joel Embiid, and Maxey. And what we said about Bane is what Paul George is. But it could be Paul George or VJ. That's the thing about the 76ers I like about it. You got Tyrese Maxey and Embiid. They going to get theirs. Embiid, I feel like he won't have a bad game. He's going to be good. Maxey might have a bad shooting night. That comes and goes with Maxey. But then you got that third option that could be VJ or Paul George. Paul George, people might say, I don't trust him. You don't trust him as a best or second best option. But can you trust him as a third or fourth option? Can he give us at least 15 a night? Not even that, for real. He could give y'all literally 12 a night, and y'all can still go make some noise. And now once in a while, he got 25, he got 22, he got 24. So I like the 7. If we're talking about fully healthy, because Orlando's dealing with the same question, fully healthy, because I think without Franz Wagner, they not a dark horse. They need Franz Wagner and Paolo to all click to be a dark horse in the East. But because we saw them without Franz Wagner last year, and Jaylen Brown by himself in the Celtics, they put him out 4-1. So I think that the 76ers are the darkest horse, and I still think they're the scariest team in the East because they got hungry guys who've been in the playoffs, taste loss, losing in the second round and stuff like that. And they got a superstar in the beat who's trying to get that ring. So, and I think this will be probably the healthiest he's been in the playoffs since the bubble. So I'm excited to see how the 76ers is going to look this year in the playoffs. And I got them as my darkest horse.
Yeah, I think the only reason why I didn't name them is just because of healthy. It's health reasons. That's pretty much the only reason why.
Well, Orlando's been with health issues too.
No. What I'm saying is it's because of the history of the Philly, not just
okay.
because they're injured now. It's because the history of not being healthy, especially come playoff time, and it's mainly Embiid. And even if you look at Paul George, if you look at him last year and this year, he wasn't even that healthy as well. And I know he's on his suspension right now, but how is he going to look when he comes back?
I think that's actually good. He got. I'm saying he got suspended, but he's not going to be hurt.
Yeah, I'm with you, Joe.
That's true. I mean, he's not going to be hurt. That is a good thing. So you got some of that stuff is going for you. But for me, it's just like healthy wise, absolutely. If they're healthy, absolutely, I agree 100% because Embiid, he's a former MVP. We know what he can do, and Maxey is a bona fide scorer. Plain and simple. And VJ Edgecombe showed you early in the season what he can do. And we know what Paul George has been able to do when he gets hot. So healthy wise, absolutely. But for me, I just don't know.
And Dave, now Miami Heat. I know you ain't got Jimmy Butler, but now the top 4 you might have an issue with. But anybody else, I mean, if y'all meet up with Orlando, y'all can beat Orlando, in my opinion. Y'all got the experience and everything.
Yeah, y'all might out-coach Orlando.
That's what I'm saying.
but listen,
Exactly.
Hold on. But you just said the top four.
But
There's
Orlando
only
could
8
climb
teams
up.
that make it to the playoffs.
I know you
so
gotta
we're gonna
play
play one of the top four. That don't make sense.
Yeah,
with
but
facts.
I'm with you, Joe.
Means if we the 5, 6, 7, or 8, then that's it. Then I mean, we ain't got no chance. We got to be a top 3 seed if that's the case.
Orlando could climb up to the 4th, but it still won't matter though. You're right.
Yeah. See, like I said, if my 6 is healthy, swipe Orlando to the side. But
Dang.
not Orlando, Philly, bro. You don't know how many years, bro, I've been at this. We healthy, boy. I'm telling you, this the year. I'm not doing none of that. All right, I have no idea. Now I'm with you, Joe. I think that he's healthy enough. They just monitoring and make sure he's ready for playoffs. But I don't know.
Yeah.
I'm not worried about Maxey. Maxey got hurt. He'll be back.
Mm-hmm.
You feel me? Paul George, he's gonna come back from suspension, but I don't know. So like, I got all the faith in my team, but I'm just tired of sticking my neck out there for guys who can't stay on the court.
Dang.
Now, when playoffs start and we on the court,
The whole lineup.
that's when my chest will be out. But I'm telling you, bro, year after year after year with this, I can't stick. I'm a Sixers fan. Don't get it wrong. I'm not some, you feel me? But I have common sense, bro. I don't know. But if we are healthy, man, it's not a team out there that I'm afraid of. Like, if we healthy, I don't care where we get seated at. Personally, obviously you want the easier road so you can get there, but I don't care. We ready for whoever if we healthy. But that's the biggest if.
See, I think Joel Embiid is gonna be like at a different level mentally in this playoff run. I like when he came out. I know a lot of people laughed at him, but I think it's a mindset switch with him. He said that I would trade my MVP for a healthy playoff run. When he said that, that tells me like he's trying to make sure he's healthy for this last run, for this run. And if there's a run you can make, it's this year. And Embiid, when he plays, he's still Embiid. He played 46 minutes last time he played. Embiid, last 10 games, 32, 38, 29, 37, 40, 24, 35, 33, 27, 26. He's averaging 32, 9, and 5 in the last 10 games. And this is him like in and out. Like, we're not talking about in the playoffs when he get to play and then play 2 days later. I'm telling you, I think Embiid's going to come and mentally is going to be on the he just want to go. He been around LeBron and all them guys, mindset different. Now he went around all these winners. I think everybody on that USA team won a championship except for him and Devin Booker and Tyrese Halliburton, right? Am I not mistaken? Everybody, and Anthony Edwards, sorry.
Yeah.
So he said, huh?
And Bam was on Team USA too.
Well, Bam at least got to the finals though.
Yeah, but he ain't win a championship. You said win a championship.
He right. I didn't say that.
He did got he scored 83 though.
I know. Hey, Bam.
There you go.
He scored 83. He did something.
He has
Shout
70.
out to Kelly Oubre. He said Embiid did it more efficient.
He had 70 with 9 minutes to go. So even if he ain't scored 83, he has 70 with 9 minutes to go in the fourth.
Yeah, it'd be crazy.
Yeah, the dude Oubre was like, "Hey, shout out to Bam," but Embiid did it more efficiently. I'm thinking like, what are you talking about? He didn't score 83.
Yeah, 70 on Wemby. Yeah.
Oh, he dropped 70. That was 70 he dropped?
Yeah.
Yeah, Embiid scored 70 on Wemby. It's Wemby rookie year.
Yeah, I remember that game. Wemby
had like 35 though. It was a good game, but Embiid had 70. So
I feel bad for Wemby. I think he got 70 dropped on him by Embiid, and then he got 50 dropped on him by Giannis. I think Giannis got like 50 on him, and he also had like 30, but they was going at him. But yeah, man, like Javon said it on the show, this is gonna be a very interesting East battle in the playoffs, and I'm ready. I'm locked and loaded. I'm locked in. I can't wait to see it.
Yeah, the NBA is getting to this the right time, bro. Like we just talked about the Lakers. They look like they playing great ball at the right time. You feel me? We talking about Orlando. They playing good ball at the right time.
At the right time. They are though.
Hopefully we can get healthy at the right time.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Y'all playing good too,
Dave.
I'm gonna say we playing good right now.
I said I
Yeah.
Getting
lost
healthy at the
Orlando.
right time. So
Chill. The Kings. No, I'm just playing.
And
I
we
mean,
we 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 winning. You ain't looking.
I predicted that loss
Look,
anyway.
We getting dubs. Talking about we just won last night.
my
DeRozan
man
got like
Russ got one
42.
of them Jason Kidd triple double. That's
Hey,
it.
you got DeRozan averaging 36 right now over the last 3 games. He cooking.
Bro, the
How many
Kings
threes?
media heated right now. They're like, oh, the Kings again, overplaying their old players and messing up their position in the tanking war. Man, shut up. You don't have to be the worst team. Just be in the we top four. We the top four worst team. You don't have to be the worst team, bro. We already eliminated from the playoff. We got an X near our name. We in the lottery, bro. We can still get the number one pick. You
Hey
guys just
Joe,
not watch Dallas playing the play in, got the number one overall pick.
facts. Joe, before we go to the next segment, I know y'all traded Davion. I know y'all traded Fox. I know y'all traded Hallie.
Dang, did they move?
Bro, if y'all get him, do not trade Darius
No,
Aiyuk.
bro.
Don't
There's who?
keep him. Darius Aiyuk. You gonna trust me? You'll hear about
Oh, you
him.
talking bro from
Arkansas.
Arizona? Arkansas, man?
Yeah.
We're not getting him, J-Mo. We gonna have number one. We getting AJ, the bastard.
I'm with you. I feel you. I'm rooting for him. He's my brother. I'm just saying. Y'all
No,
fall to
you-
3 or 4 and y'all get him. You don't trade him. They got traded the last 3 point guard. That's all I'm saying.
Tyreek Evans too. Don't forget about that,
I ain't want to go back that far. No, he was a small forward, Joe, when y'all traded him.
bro. I'm telling you when the ownership, man. Let's move on, man. That made me mad. Move on to one team to nothing. The Commanders and the 49ers are playing a tug of war with Brandon Aiyuk right now. The 49ers remind me of Nick Saban. On that post game when he said, what did he say? He said, quit asking. What did he say?
I'm not going to, so quit
I'm not,
asking.
I'm not going to, so quit asking.
Quit asking.
That's what it remind me of. So the situation is this. Brandon Aiyuk was doing running on the highway around the stadium. And he had to talk to Kyle Shanahan, says God knows when. Kyle Shanahan said, I reached out to that man. I ain't heard from him since. All his guaranteed money got erased, so he can't get paid no more unless he actually is on the roster, that he actually plays. So the 49ers can hold him all the way up until, do you have the date when you can hold him up to?
June 1st.
June 1st? Oh, we chilling. We good. But anyway, you can hold him up to June 1st. But the Commanders
We can hold him up. It's up until not June 1st. I'm sorry.
until he play, right?
That's supposed to it could be up until week 1. Honestly,
Yeah, that's what I thought. And then
Yeah.
that's when y'all have to pay him.
yeah, we
week
can
1.
hold him all the way up until week 1.
Or y'all have to pay him, right? So the 49ers feel like they can get a 7th round pick for him. They like, we're not just going to release him. We want something for him. We know y'all want him because y'all boy over there. So we want to know what y'all can get from him. So Dave, what do you say about this riffraff between the Commanders and 49ers?
Cut him.
Ooh, thank you.
Cut him.
Hold on, Dave. Hold on.
I understand that you look. I get it. I get it from a business standpoint. You want to get something, but what's the point if he's gonna go there anyway? Just cut him. Just cut him. And I understand Adam Peters is your boy. That's who he came from you, and you want to at least try to get a 7th round pick. But come on, a 7th round pick. Other than Brock Purdy, what other 7th round pick have we done something really good with? Let's be honest. It ain't much. Ain't much we gonna do with the 7th round pick. We gonna draft a punter, a kicker, maybe something like that, or somebody that really ain't gonna do nothing. It's no point. Just cut the man. I understand. Look, I said this to be funny. That 49ers being petty. You wanna be petty. We gonna be petty too. So I get the funny part. But I mean, honestly, just cut him. There's no point in keeping him. A 7th round pick. How many teams would really keep somebody to go get a 7th round pick? Just think about that. Think about all the disgruntled players. Think about Antonio Brown. Were they did they keep him just because they want to get a 7th round pick? You can think about a lot of disgruntled players. Terrell Owens. I mean, no matter who you name, there's been a bunch of disgruntled players. Just let them go. Let the man go. Let him. If you want to go play with Washington so bad, let him go so he can go play with JD Daniels. It really don't matter.
See, I understand why they're trying to keep him because the difference between the AJ Brown, Antonio Brown situation, all that stuff, he was literally he's under contract and he has to get paid. That's different. Brandon Aiyuk, they're not losing no sleep, losing nothing by him being on the roster. They don't have to talk to him. They ain't calling him. He's just sitting on the roster and he don't exist. He's just a roster spot. And if they can get a 7th-round pick, do you think? I mean, we got to run it back in the 7th round. He cooked last year. Y'all got Brock Purdy, like you said, he cooking, right? So you can turn something from a 7th-round pick to something. So if you can get somebody, if you can get anything, take it. A bag of chips, I don't care. You can get anything in the trade, I'll take it. Now, as my commander side would speak, I would say, come on, Cal. Come on, John Lynch. Bruh. We supposed to be boys, man. Like, we got Adam Peters. We got y'all old GM assistant. Like, why are you doing this to us? I get it. If y'all feel like y'all big, we let y'all get Trent Williams. So just let go of Brandon Aiyuk and let him come with your boy. Because it's gonna be turned up after that. All the Eagles secondary, Cowboys secondary, Giants secondary, beware because Brandon Aiyuk. Hey Dave, let me ask you a question. You think Brandon Aiyuk still an elite route runner, Dave? Dave, they ain't Brandon attention. Do you still think Brandon Aiyuk would come back and be that elite route runner he was before he got hurt?
I think it's possible. I mean, the only thing is he's young, so I don't think it's going to be a huge difference. I think there may be maybe a slight little fall off just because he tore his MCL and his ACL at the same time. So I think it's possible that it might not. But the man he been. If you look at some of the videos, he been practicing and route running like it don't look no different from before. It may be like a small step, but I think he's still a route runner. Me personally,
Jerron came out of nowhere, but
I'm glad he's here. I want him to hear my message in the end.
Okay. But I ain't gotta say too much. I just need a 49ers to release my boy because I look on Pro Football Focus website. They got Brandon Aiyuk as a commander. I'm like, he's not even signed yet. So him and Terry McLaurin will be dangerous. That's all I know. I know a lot of people are talking that we're going to draft the wide receiver 1st round, like a young receiver that's up and coming, and let Terry walk when his contract is up. I'm not mad at that. I would rather us get a defensive guy, though, working that defense. I think our offense we know we were top 5 offense last year with Marcus Mariota. You know that, right? we was top 5. We was number 3 rushing offense in the league without Jaden Daniels. So, I mean, Brandon Aiyuk did what? How many yards he have with Brock Purdy? 1,400?
Yeah, I think he had 14.
But
so with the 49ers, so his money not guaranteed no more.
Not more because
it's because of what he did last year. He wasn't showing up to train.
Yeah. So the 49ers like,
his contract was voided.
We ain't losing no money. Let's wait to see if we can get something for him.
Basically, that's what they're doing.
Yeah,
so, hey, I mean, as on the business side, how you mad at that?
And you get them dirty. It's like we ain't no rush to help you out.
But I'm with you though. Send them over here. We need that.
For the Dolphins?
No, I'm talking about you. I'm talking with you. Like, send them to the Commanders. No, hey. Shout out
we
to
the only team that actually going
to helping the homeless, but this ain't about us. Look, the Brandon Aiyuk situation. Like I said, from the business side, now that I've seen the latest news that they don't got his guaranteed money on the books no more. It's like, let's just wait to see what we can get for this dude. If we can't get none, okay, but we need to try to get something. We ain't gonna let him walk. But
no rush.
This man, he got hurt in what, 22? I mean 23 or 24?
He got hurt last year. He came back.
So he got hurt last year.
Right, Dave? He came back and got hurt.
I could have sworn he got hurt the year before. Came back and he got hurt twice.
He didn't play a game last year.
I know he didn't play a game. I thought he came back and got hurt.
He was about to play and got hurt. He was getting ramped up and got hurt again.
No, he never got hurt again.
So he been healthy. He just didn't play.
Yeah.
Oh, he's straight then. I ain't worrying about him. We good money. JD5 throwing the BA.
He ain't have no setbacks. Yeah, no
my
setbacks
goodness.
last year.
And Joe, I see why y'all was the number one. I mean, top rushing offense. Mariota was probably running that zone every 3 downs.
And fumbling.
Every
Golly.
time he dropped back, he was probably out of there.
He was though. He was though. But all I know is if Brock Purdy can throw 1,400 yards on him, I can only imagine what Jane Daniels can do. So that's all I'm gonna say.
I feel you.
So yeah. All right, let's get CTC called up here, man. We got to talk about some college sports. Y'all know the March Madness is here. Selection Sunday was yesterday. If y'all didn't check it out, CTC called Talking College, did a live episode. He had a good audience, you know, on his standards. He had a good audience on there watching, commenting, asking questions. Let's bring up CTC call right now. Hold on, I got you, bro.
That's good, Carl. You on mute.
Can't hear you. What?
Yeah, so I'm doing good, man. Had to drink the water. Just had a Popeye's biscuit, but we good.
Love that chicken for Popeyes. Oh no, we ain't. Yeah, y'all sponsoring. I can sing.
Yeah, I'm about to say, hold on, wait.
If y'all sponsoring, I got y'all. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
But
I was strictly for the Twitter jokes.
yeah, there you go. But Carl, man, hey, you missed the CTC, Carl Talking College. J-Mo threw a name out there that I should be looking out for. You know that I shouldn't trade. I know you
Absolutely not.
Yeah, I shouldn't trade. Actually, Carl, I'm actually ask you a question about him down the road, right? I know you said something on your show, and you said something to me too. But I don't know if you said on your show. You said it to me. Carl, talk about Selection Sunday. Talk about what people should expect in this March Madness coming up.
Man, we got a great. First of all, the East region of the bracket is.
Ooh,
I don't want to say the word, but yeah, there we go. It's ridiculous. Let me flip to this East bracket. I'm on the West right now, but we're gonna flip to this East. Well, we got Duke as the 1 seed. Duke actually got the number 1 overall seed. Congratulations to Duke. I thought it should have been them. Thought they might have messed around and gave it to Arizona, but they did give it to Duke, and rightfully so. 2 seed, you have UConn, which UConn did lose the Big East, but non-con, UConn did beat Florida. So UConn's a really good team. Then the 3 seed, Michigan State. Shout out my boys. But they scare me. But we're really good defensively, and Jeremy Fears is an absolute great point guard. Got some characteristic issues on the court. I can't escape that. But we got a really good point guard. Cohen Carr is a man with wings. The stuff he does on the floor is ridiculous, dunking the ball. 4 seed, you have Kansas. Darren Peterson, Floyd Badunga, who I've been so high on all year. I feel like Badunga should be a lotto pick, but that's just me. 5th seed, and a team that could possibly win this whole region, the St. John's Red Storm. Backed by Zuby Ejiofor and Bryce Hopkins. A team that won the Big East, blew out UConn in the Big East Championship, beat UConn and the St. John's the first time they met. Now, granted, the only reason why they lost to UConn the second time they played, they went on like a 14-minute drought, no field goals. That was crazy. But St. John's is a team, in my opinion, if they could get past Duke, they can win this region. Then you have Ohio State in this region. Ohio State, Bruce Thornton, the senior. Ohio State's leading bucket getter. John Mobley, the sophomore, can shoot from anywhere on the floor. Amari Bynum, a pro, the freshman. Tough team. TCU, one of the hottest teams coming into the conference, into this dance. 9th seed. Cal Baptist, they do play Kansas. They got a guy who's top 5 in scoring, Dominique Daniels, the name I told you to look out for, Joe. So Louisville, 6th seed. South Florida, like this bracket, this East is ridiculous. It is ridiculous. So you got that. UCLA, who beat Michigan State in the Big Ten tournament. It's ridiculous. Now, also, the South seed, kind of weak in the South region, kind of weak in my opinion. Florida should come out of that. Florida is a team who has the height, they have the defense, they have the scoring. And Tomo, that's why I'm saving my picks to when the bracket's locked. Anyway, I'm telling you, I'm trying to win, bro. These last 2 times, me not winning been pissing me off. But Florida, they don't have a battle for real into the Sweet 16, in my opinion. They should beat the winner of Clemson, Iowa. They should steamroll the winner of Prairie View, A&M, and Lehigh. And then they'll play whoever comes out of there in the Sweet 16. On that side, and then you got Houston. Houston should come out of there. Florida, Houston should be for that region. And I love me some Houston. Y'all know I love me some Kelvin Sampson. I'm not as high on Houston this year as I've been in the past. I just don't. Huh?
They scarred you. Go ahead.
Yeah, man. I'm sorry. That 3-game streak where they lost to all of the competition in the Big 12 basically kind of rubbed me the wrong way. Now, granted,
shout out to Mercy Miller, man. Shout out to my guy Mercy Miller.
Shout out to him, man. He's been playing well off the bench. Next, the Midwest. I feel like Michigan should easily come out the Midwest. Alabama just had the troubles with Aiden Holloway. You know, that situation going on. So that's a big blow to Alabama. Texas Tech. Christian Anderson, one of my favorite guards in the country. He's dealing with a groin. JT Toppin out for the year with an ACL. So Grant McCaslin has been doing a great job coaching this year, but he got his hands. I mean, he got a heavy job to do with Texas Tech with Christian Anderson and JT Toppin possibly being out. But guys like Donovan Atwell and Jalen Petty has stepped up in those absences. So shout out to them. Tennessee is a team for the first 30 minutes of the game could look like world beaters. And then for some reason, the lead just ain't safe no more. So a lead is never safe for Tennessee. So they're a really good team, but I don't know if I could trust them for a full 40 minutes. Virginia is also a really good team in this region. Shout out to Coach Ryan Odom. He's done an immaculate job at Virginia his first year there. Virginia was like a bottom of the ACC team last year. Lost Tony Bennett, I believe 2 years ago, kind of was in a rut trying to figure out who to replace him. Ryan Odom stepped in. They finished second in the ACC, took Duke to the wire in the ACC tournament championship. Duke was able to win that game, but Virginia is a team that could score the rock very well with Theus Ritter, Chance Mallory, Dakari White shooting 3, Sam Lewis. And then they got the big man. They got Johan Grunlow from Germany. And they got the other big man, the Nigerian fella. And his name escapes me right now, but he's shot blocking. So Virginia's a very tough out. Then you have Iowa State in this region as well. But Iowa State scares me with their lack of consistency. You can get Iowa State, who took Arizona to the wire. Arizona, Jaden Bradley hit the game-winner buzzer beater to win that game. Or you can get the Iowa State that lost to TCU on the road. So the consistency with Iowa State kind of worries me a bit. But I think Coach TJ Osenberger will have them ready. And then the last region you got is the West, which this is a kind of scary region too. I'm telling myself I'm not falling for Arizona anymore. I've been scorned by Arizona way too many times in the past. Arizona is a good team. However, I do think this is one of the better teams that Arizona had. But I didn't see Arizona had Nick Johnson, TJ McConnell, Aaron Gordon, Rondé Hollis-Jefferson, Brandon Ashley, and lose to Wisconsin. So, and guess who's in the bracket with Arizona? Wisconsin. So Wisconsin could meet up with Arizona in Sweet 16 and knock them out. So, and Wisconsin's a team that could lose in the first round, which I doubt playing against High Point. But they could also a team that can make the Final Four. We've seen Wisconsin beat Michigan. We've seen Wisconsin again in this Big Ten tournament take Michigan to the wire. We've seen Wisconsin beat Purdue. We've seen Wisconsin blow out Michigan State. So they're a team that could possibly make the Final Four. You got Arkansas, Darius Acuff. My Lord, what an SEC tournament championship run Darius Acuff had. 37, 24, I believe, and 30 and 11 points. 30 points, 11 assists in the SEC championship game against a Vanderbilt school. And shout out to B1 Trucker. He said Wisconsin might have the best guards in the country. As a duo, they are very good. That's what I'm saying. Wisconsin, Arkansas, round of 32 matchup with Nick Boyd and John Blackwell versus Darius Acuff, Billy Richmond, and Malik Thomas. Ooh, that could be a barn burner. That's probably one of the better games to look out for in the tournament. But also in this region, you have BYU, who has struggled a bit, kind of figuring it out ever since losing Richie Saunders. Starting to figure it out. You have Purdue in this region, who just won the Big Ten tournament championship. Can Braden Smith, Trey Kaufman-Renn, can they finally piece a 6-game streak together? But Wisconsin is, to me, in the West, is my dark horse to make the Final Four. Gonzaga is Braden Huff back. Braden Huff has been out for nearly 2 months. And Gonzaga obviously hasn't looked the same. They lost to Portland, which was a crazy loss. in that time span. But they still won the WCC regular season, sharing it with the St. Mary's Gales, and won the WCC tournament championship in their last time being in the WCC. So their team, if they get Braden Huff back, they are dangerous to look out for as well. So, but yeah, those are all the brackets. Got questions? Fire away.
I have. Oh, go ahead, Joe.
No, go ahead, Jamo.
I don't know much about what's the kid's name? Caleb Foster.
Caleb Foster, yeah, for Duke.
I don't know much about his injury. How long is he gonna be out?
So he has a foot injury. There is questions whether he's playing in the tournament. Patrick Nwamba for Duke.
In the tournament period or just the opener? Like
period.
Okay.
But Patrick Nwamba should be back for Duke.
Because I like the Boozer brother, the point.
Yeah,
I like him.
Boozer.
I like him out of high school. I just felt like he got overshadowed because his brother's 6'9", 6. You know what I mean? His brother just bigger and better at basketball. But I like Caden Boozer.
Caden had a heck of an ACC championship game. ACC championship game.
Yeah, I was watching while I was in the gym, and he was like their point guard.
He is. He's their point
guard.
Yeah.
Also, my next question is: do you have any like any upsets? I mean, like true upsets though that you see happening, or you just playing it by ear?
So I have some potential upsets, right?
Okay.
We're going to start back on the east side with 9-seed TCU. I do have them upsetting Ohio State. I do think that the guard play in this matchup will be very fun to watch. TCU, Jaden Pierre, Xavier Edmonds, Ohio State, like I said earlier, Bruce Thornton, John Mobley. Now, where Ohio State could get TCU is down low with Christoph Tilley and Amari Bynum. TCU doesn't really feature the size that Ohio State has, but David Punch is a forward who can move, who can shoot the rock, he's basically the leader for TCU. But that's one potential upset. Kentucky is on upset alert, in my opinion. Yeah. Kentucky is playing Santa Clara, 7 versus 10. Santa Clara is a really good team, man. Santa Clara can run. Christian Hammond can score the ball from anywhere. Allen Groves is a tough matchup down low. He's not necessarily the tallest guy, but he is still a tough matchup down low. Then I do kind of like Elijah Mahi. He's solid. I'll say he's solid. But Kentucky does, again, have the size over Santa Clara. And Kentucky does have guard play. Kentucky has Denzel Aberdeen, who was on Florida last year, who won the national championship. They got Otega Owe, who's an explosive guard, can get to the cup at will, and he's clutch. Otega Owe is definitely clutch. Colin Chandler is a freshman who he's sneaky athletic. He could jump out the gym, could shoot the ball. And they have the two bigs, Malachi Marino and Brandon Garrison. So potential upset alert there with Santa Clara, Kentucky. I do have potential upset alert with Akron over Texas Tech. Ooh. Akron is a 12 seed. Texas Tech is a 5 seed. That's a potential upset alert. Again, Christian Anderson is dealing with the groin. JT Troppin is out. And Tavari Johnson for Akron is a really, really good point guard for the Akron Zips. And the Akron Zips won the MAC 3 years in a row, the tournament, not the championship. But they won the tournament 3 years in a row. So John Gross, a heck of a coach. You've seen his coaching mastermind in that MAC championship tournament game. So Akron can possibly be a threat for Texas Tech. Santa Clara is the school that Steve Nash went to. Another
upset right there, Santa Clara.
Another upset. Again, this is a 9-8. I have Utah State over Villanova. I do think that Utah State is a really good Mountain West school. I think they can play with, I don't want to say anybody, but a majority of anybody. They have two guys who's averaging over 15 points a game in the Mountain West Conference Player of the Year, Mason Forslev and MJ Collins. Villanova is missing Matt Hodge. He's out for the year, which I think that's a bigger injury than people are letting on. Caden Lewis is my guy. I do love Caden Lewis. Shout out to DMV. He's playing exceptionally well. But Bryce Lindsey is also an inconsistent piece for Villanova, so I do like Utah State in that matchup. Let's see. I think I have one more. Oh, South Florida is potentially on upset alert. I mean, it's potentially going to upset Louisville. Louisville is a team that struggles on the road. Michael Brown Jr., his status for the tournament, at least to my knowledge, is questionable at the moment. I don't know if he's playing or not. Michael Brown Jr. plays. Obviously, that's a huge lift for Louisville. Now, Louisville still has Ryan Conwell, who's averaging like close to 20 points a game. But Michael Brown Jr. is a huge piece for Louisville, and he doesn't play. South Florida is a scrappy team led by Isaiah Nelson, Wes Ennis, and Joe Pinion. They are a scrappy bunch that can score the basketball and play some defense. So I think that South Florida does potentially have a chance to upset Louisville. And I thought it was kind of crazy that Keyshawn Pryor of Louisville is going to play against his former team in South Florida, who he played for 2 years ago when they rest in peace, Coach Amir Abdul-Rahim, when they went on that 14-game win streak and won the American Conference Championship. Excuse me, they did not win the tournament. They won the American Conference Championship. Did not win the tournament. I wanted them in the tournament so badly, but they did not make it in. But yeah, those are my. Oh, and my last potential upset is UCF over UCLA with Johnny Dawkins, the head coach. They are a good defensive team. UCLA can struggle. Tyler Bilodeau did leave the Michigan State game with an injury. They said it was a knee sprain, but I don't know how bad the knee sprain is for Tyler Bilodeau. Donovan Dent, though, for UCLA has been playing some of the best basketball at point guard in a while. I love me some Donovan Dent. He played with New Mexico last year, who we played in the tournament, and he played well against us in the tournament. He's been playing some great basketball lately. But UCF is a defensive-led team who can actually score at times. But if UCF can constrict them on defense, meanwhile, also the game is in Philly, so UCLA has to travel from Los Angeles to Philly to play this game. So those are my potential upsets in the tournament for the round of 64.
I don't have another question, Joe. Or my bad, Dave. Last thing, I don't have another question. Carl already spoke on it, but I literally wrote down, I'm tuned in for Villanova, Utah State because of my youngin, Caden Lewis. But it just sucks to hear about the inconsistency and the injury that you brought up because, I've been talking about the youngin all year. That's my guy.
Mm-hmm. Speedy Claxton. Who do they play? Hofstra play. I think they play Bama. I don't think they make a run. I actually don't think they play Bama. I think Bama losing Aiden Holloway will be bad against teams later down the road. I do think Bama still scores elite enough to be Hofstra. Bama scores at an elite level, and they're efficient. The problem with Bama is playing defense, but I think that Nate Oates will get them past Hofstra and into the game against Texas Tech or Akron.
All right, go ahead, Dave. Last question.
Do you think St. John's, what's the biggest chance of St. John's winning the East Region to you?
Man, St. John's has a huge chance. They start with UNI, which for some reason I'm seeing a lot of people saying that UNI is potentially going to win that game. I love UNI. Take me back to the days with Seth Tuttle and Paul Jesperson and Wes Wellspun, but I don't see them winning that game at all. Then they would play the winner of Kansas, Cal Baptist. Kansas is too inconsistent to me. St. John's offense is really good. Really good. Isaiah Salas can shoot the ball. Ian Jackson. I feel like Ian Jackson at times has forgotten that he's on the team. Zuby is one of the best bigs in the country. And then you still have Bryce Hopkins. And Dylan Mitchell is an ultimate glue guy. So I think St. John's beats Kansas, and then that leads to a Sweet 16 matchup against Duke. If they get past Duke and my Michigan State Spartans can meet up St. John's in the Elite Eight, I'm actually nervous for Michigan State, to be honest. So it's a real high chance that St. John's can get out of the East. They just got to get past y'all.
Let's get it. All right, Carl, we appreciate you for coming on and dropping your knowledge. You could just might as well just stay on while we get in the show. Before we do our last words, I want to give a shout out to all the Superstar members. Shout out to my boy Tomo. He normally does his part. But we got myself, Dave, Tomo, Giovanni, Worm, Ty, straight to the point Ty. We got Shavo. We got Coach Coombs, Dimitri, Decorius, Big O, Vaughn, RBO Vaughn. Got Chris, and we got Teddy. All right, and you. So become a Superstar member, get you a shout out, and you can enjoy all the perks that comes with the Superstar membership, which is like all the chats and etc. But my last words, shout out to everybody on the R2L network. Shout out to everybody on the R2L, in the R2L family, like in all our chats and everything. We got R2L weekend. It's a weekend now, like All-Star weekend, R2L weekend coming up in June. We will officially announce the date coming up soon. But the ones that's in the house, they know about the date. But we're going to create like some type of flyer so everybody in the work can know. But I'm looking forward to that. Hey, man, just release them, bro. Just release them. Release them, bro. Just release them. Carl, let us know when you're gonna do the bracket. We locked in. Right now, Carl, who's winning the Italy game? Do you have the score up?
I don't have the score, but I can look.
I got you right now. Shout out to the WBC, the World Baseball Classic. It's been very entertaining. I mean, I'm not a huge baseball guy. I'm getting into it. It's tied 0-0 on top of the second. Venezuela versus Italy. But the Dominican Republic and USA game was really good. Started off with fireworks, and then it kind of like was a defensive battle after that. All right. I mean, you can see the passion and the emotion in these players, and it's exciting to watch, man. I'm gonna be locked in for baseball this year. I got Italy beating Venezuela, by the way.
Gabagool.
Get that espresso. Get the home run, get the espresso. But shout out to Teddy and shout out to Griffey for covering the WBC on R2L platform. But that's what I got. And my Kings keep doing what y'all do. Y'all in tanking range, just win some games, and y'all been winning ever since I said something. Think about it, Carl. Remember on my last words? I said I want us to tank and keep losing, but we already in position. Let's win some games. We've been winning ever since. beating everybody. I don't know who we got next on the list, but we coming to get some dubs. So Dave, you might not want to see us right now. You too, Carl.
I could care less.
You see, stop
say,
right
made me laugh.
I could care
I
less.
think we already played y'all twice. That's why.
I'm looking now to see if y'all on the schedule.
I think we do play y'all again though.
No, we're done. We don't play y'all no more.
All right, what Dave?
Lucky you.
I know, lucky me. No, lucky him. I'm talking about.
RBO Vaughn.
Uh-oh.
I see you're in the comments. I was not here to watch the show about when you addressed Bam and said that we are disgrace. I got a question for you. You're a big NBA fan. Do you remember what happened when Dave Robinson scored 71 points in the last game of the season? Was Greg Popovich and the Spurs a disgrace by allowing him to do that so he can win a scoring title? Just because it was the last game of the season, they wanted him to win a scoring title. Was that a disgrace for that? When Shaq scored 40 points in the playoff game, and he shot 39 free throws, was that unethical basketball? When Dwight Howard twice shot 39 free throws in the game, was that unethical? Because it's the Miami Heat, and Bam is the most unlikely person to score 83 points. I guess the Miami Heat exposes to disgrace. But Greg Popovich, a guy who's a legendary coach, don't get me wrong, he does the same thing years ago. Where's the outrage? Where's the outrage with that? I didn't hear you mention any of those games. Oh, and when Kobe scored 81, yes, he scored 81 points, but they were up double digits and he was still in the game scoring. So, if you're going to keep that energy for Bam, keep it for everybody else. You're Mr. RBO Vaughn. You should know the history about this. So I would expect you to come at this a little bit differently. So I appreciate what you said, but that was my response to you.
No, they want to slice.
Sir.
Javon will have some response for this. I don't know.
Yeah.
I hope he does have a response because I'll be ready to be in the chat because that to me, to be RBO Vaughn and to be the guy who talks NBA, you should know about all of this and you should have a different response to that. The man had 70 points before he got to that, and there was 9 minutes left in the game. I heard no one say it was unethical when he had 70 on Washington. So I guess if he only scored at 70, it wouldn't be unethical and there wouldn't be no disgrace. But because he passed Kobe, it got 83 to disgrace. But all right, okay.
Let's go. That's what R2L is about. Call the fire department. It's some smoke in the city. This what we need right here, man. Let's go.
Facts. Hey, Carl, your last words. Answer.
I was going to address both questions.
All right, go ahead, J-Mo.
On my last words, appreciate y'all for having me on. It's always a pleasure to talk some sports with my brothers. Philly, man, get healthy, man. Please. That's all I'm asking. I'm not asking for too much. All I'm asking you is to do your job and be healthy. And everything else will work itself out. Like I said earlier, shout out to Malik Willis for helping the homeless man. He has a good head on his shoulders. We got our quarterback. And yeah, man. The NBA is in a good place. This is the right time. This is a good time to be a basketball fan. With the NBA playoffs creeping up and March Madness. So this is the time, man. Shout out to R2L. Let's get it.
Let's get it. Go ahead,
All
Carl.
right. So first of all, as always, appreciate y'all for having me on the show. Now I did see those 2 questions. I had to wait, while my my I don't even know what to say. Whatever, my brothers had to get their last words off. But to answer the first question, do I think Florida can repeat? Absolutely, absolutely. Florida might actually be my favorite to win it. To be completely honest with you,
Dang.
Like I said, man, they play defense. They got the size. They got the scoring. They got, like you did with Chinaloo and Alex Condon, they got another big coming off the bench right after it. So I think they even got the 6th man of the year, if I remember correctly, in the SEC. So they definitely have the team structured well enough to repeat. Absolutely. I think the game against Vanderbilt just played the game of their lives. So you just got to tip your cap to that one. Does Illinois make a run? Now, question is, what do you mean by a run? Do you mean, do they make a national title run? Because absolutely not. I don't think so. But if you mean, dang, he said he just know you ain't messing with the Illini. I ain't know you got beef with the Illini.
I don't know.
I'm about to say, if anything, you would assume I got beef with the Illini via Twitter, but I learn something new every day. They could make a Elite 8 run. Their side of the bracket isn't that difficult. Now, UNC might be a task, but UNC doesn't have Caleb Wilson. So Illinois could definitely win that game. But you play UPenn, I think they spank UPenn. But it is fun to see Fran McCaffrey and Brandon Underwood go back at it. Fran McCaffrey, former coach of Iowa. I wanted to see Iowa somehow play UPenn. You shout out UPenn, by the way. TJ Power had 44 points, 14 rebounds in the Ivy League championship game. Hit 2 threes to force overtime. A lot of people are killing Coach Jones on why they didn't have his team foul up 3. I'm not mad at him, bro. I done seen teams foul up 3 and give away 3 free throws. So I would rather give up the shot. And hey, he hit it. Like I said, UNC is gonna be a tough battle, but they don't have Caleb Wilson. Then after that, they would play. My fault. They would play Houston in the Sweet 16. Now, can they beat Houston? Absolutely. Will they beat Houston? I don't think so. So I can see them going Sweet 16, but if they beat Houston, I think the run stops at Florida. But I think their floor is Sweet 16. They're still in his Elite 8. I forgot I'm doing my last words. My Lord. I got so into college basketball. I hope not to see Michigan in the national championship as a Michigan State fan, because then it's one game away from them possibly winning the Natty. Don't want to see that. But my final words also got to address Mr. Steeler, Mr. RBO.
Dang,
I tried to keep it in the chat. Mentioned him 3 times. Never got enough. Even in between mentioning him, he took a shot at my team, but never answered the allegations. He called my team classless for the injury report thing we did last year with Lamar Jackson. Wonder where the Ravens learned it from. The Steelers in 2019 got caught for the same violation for Ben Roethlisberger for falsifying the injury report and got fined. So if you're going to call us classless, call yourself classless. So just had to throw that out there for Mr. RBO there, because you did it first. Now, also, Michigan State, I am willing to forgive you guys for this Big Ten championship one and done thing, because 2 other teams did it. Nebraska did it and Illinois did it. If you could just handle business and get to wherever I project you to get to, and that's beating UCLA as well. Please do not upset me again. We ain't get BTA, whatever. We lost though. I mean, but nowadays people say BTA in a 2-point game. Oh, we BTA them. Y'all won by 2. I'd be like, what? You won the game. They beat us though. Can't hate. They finally it's back to being a rivalry. But anyway, I digress. Please don't piss me off like you did in the Big Ten tournament. I woke up pissed off to that. I was so mad. I'm like, dang, I overslept. I saw the game. I'm glad I overslept, but I'm mad that this happened. Ravens, I think we're going to build through the rest of the draft. We have 11 draft picks. EDC, you got to cook. Hey, if you need the draft plan, hit your boy. I already got Browns 1 through 5 already picked out, baby. Just hit me up. So that's it for the Ravens. Pistons, pissing me off. We ain't stacking no good wins. We not playing good ball lately. And this is the worst time to be doing that. So JB Bickerstaff, you better figure it out. Because I ain't saying I ain't saying we're I said national championship. I ain't saying we're an NBA Finals team. I never said that. I always said we're not a championship roster. But we better not lose no first round again either. So figure this out. I think that's all I gotta say, man. I do gotta address South Carolina, man. I do. I'm sorry. South Carolina, I love y'all, man. But y'all making it real hard. We ain't no powerhouse in the SEC, never been since I've been a fan.
Dang.
But I mean, it's the truth. We've never been a powerhouse. But hey, we got some expectations we need to live up to, Shane. Lamont Paris, you got another year in basketball because you took us to the tournament. And that hasn't happened since Darius Thornwell and them made it to the Final Four in 2017. So, hey, you got to get the cooking. South Carolina got to get the cooking in both sports. But that's all I got for y'all.
That was a major pull. Darius Thornwell.
Hey, PJ Dozier and Darius Thornwell, Dwayne Notice.
Yeah, that's a throwback.
2017, man. Take me back.
San Fran getting another wide receiver in free agency.
Oh, Christian Kirk actually signed?
Oh, yeah. I meant to say that, too. Juwan Jennings was a 7th round pick.
That's cool.
And Dwight Clark, the catch. He was a 7th round pick.
Hey, that's my dog. This is a different regime. That's all I'm saying.
7th round pick? You're right. He's
I already spoke about it. He talking about Fierce. I already said he got some characteristics on the floor that I can't condone. Spoke about it earlier.
He on call.
Also, shout out to Nolan Smith, man. Tennessee State.
I've been gave him so much praise.
Yeah.
Most of the people talking about it.
You got winning in another place, that's all.
Yeah. And shout out to B1's Trucker, man. We appreciate you in the comments.
Subscribe to CTC Carl Talking College. I'm literally going live on my podcast in about 20 minutes.
Shout out to the OG, man.
Hey, B1 Trucker, just become a member, man. You can get conversations like this in college basketball all the time. Carl be in there talking to himself sometimes. He needs somebody.
Sometimes.
Hey, look, Dave, I said OG because he said something about when Barkley could have left Philly. I'm like, he got to be OG. He talking about
Gotta be.
Man, no. Hey, Carby, I was watching the WBC the other night and nobody was talking to me. I said, man, I'm about to go watch college basketball. Because Carby lit in the college chat, man. Like, I'll keep you active. I'll keep you out there, man. But all right, y'all, that's all we have for y'all today, and we'll see y'all Thursday at the next episode.
Peace.
Thank you for staying to the end. If you're watching this on YouTube, please like this video, subscribe, and also hit that notification button so you can be notified next time we put out a video. If you're listening on any podcast platform, subscribe and hit that notification button, y'all, so you can be notified we put out another podcast audio. And last but not least, hit that share button. No matter what you're listening to or watching it, hit that share button and send it to somebody that you know that would love to watch this episode you just listened to. So once again, thank you for staying to the end, and we'll see y'all in the next episode.